Garmer, this is your separate video. We're going to go ahead and show you that transfer step on how we just load up, look at the top screen, and then we'll show you on the bottom screen on actually how you hit it live. It's just a game changer, just taking time away from your opponent. And again, we talked about trying to add this 25–30% of the time, use as often as you can in matches, off return a serve, approach shots, even setup shots where you just do your normal footwork and you add this somewhere in that rally to take that 2 feet to 6 feet away, timing away from your opponent. So we're going to go ahead and roll the top screen here. And you're going to see that we get you on that outside leg and you're waiting with balance. Making sure you keep your head down at contact. That was one of the tips I gave you. So your contact now is well out in front. I think it's just because you're pushing your weight a lot better and you're not trying to get it there with your arm. That sometimes causes the late timing. When you push from your legs, your hips, and your shoulders, like you're doing here, it seems like the contact point, you can see it, is well out in front. And that's what I want you to see right here. Your contact is well out in front. I want you to notice your front leg has not hit the ground yet, so you're pushing from your hips, your torso, and your shoulders into the ball. And you can see that when you do that, your weight goes forward. And I think we told you to just stop right there to a balance move, which is right here. We just kind of stop there. Now, if you bring that back leg around, bring this back leg around, you'll end up being here when you're done. And if you decide to go forward and attack it and come to the net, you'll end up being over here, which you'll see in the bottom video in a minute. But what we did here is we just worked on balance moves. So we'll do it again. So we kind of load, good leg, stay on the leg. You got to wait for the ball a little longer on this one. But this is good for defensive moves when you have less time, when you have to absorb and maybe take power away from your opponent that she's hit a ball hard to you. And you just use this move because there's less movement and all the body parts are working together. So you can see you're waiting on the ball for a split second. If the ball's coming quick, you just wait quicker and get those legs set up. You get that weight shifting with those hips and shoulders. Contact's well out in front. You see that left leg's delaying. You go forward. We talked about holding the back leg back just for balancing it. I saw Andre Agassi doing that with Brad Gilbert years ago, and he had about 50 in a row like that. And Brad said, hold that foot, keep the balance. And he just did these transfer steps with him. And then, of course, in time, you'll bring this back leg around to here, and then you'll be that much farther forward. So we'll just kind of roll it. And you'll see it right there. You shift the weight, hold it, and if that leg came around, then you would be forward more. So that's the basic move for there. And now I think we start doing evasion moves, where you actually, balls are in your body and they're coming hard and you can't get out of the way. These are great little moves to defend and then turn this defense into offense. So you're going to see now, it's a little tougher move because you got to kind of weight, balance, and then pull with your hips and shoulders and fall towards me, the camera, or to the right because you're lefty. And let's do it again. It's just a balance thing. So I'd probably get more up on that leg and get more stable, and then push forward and to the right and open up those hips and shoulders. And you can see you're going over to the right, which is what you want. And then you recover and go back. So I think we do another transfer step. Good. And we're transferring on an evasion move. This is an evasion move. And then I think we go now to the wide ball. Still the evasions. Yep. Get you out of the way, get you back in the point, or you can actually attack it if you have a little more time to set up depending on the situation of the speed of the ball. So you can see you're going to really have to use your eyes and pull. Sometimes there's a little footwork thing to get there, but a lot of times you're not going to be able to get your feet right. So it's like a leg, pull your center of gravity from where it was, and now we're going to do this wide ball. You can see how we did that. Now we're going to go for the ball wide on a return to serve, running forehands. That's perfect. The only other thing that would probably happen here is this back leg would end up over here, and then you would do a cross step and come back to recover. So that's that. So we'll kind of roll that. You can see that. So we do a bunch of those. Yeah, and you can see you're just going wide. I'm trying to get you really wide. So good for return of serves or running forehands. Very powerful move. You can hit the outside of the ball and just cross step and go back. So once you get that leg out, that left leg out, you cross and go back. So I think we do another one. I think that might be it. I think those are all the ones we did. So transfer step, another transfer step. That's one you're going to see in the video below, the one you're just going forward and attacking. So let's look at the one below. So now you can see loaded. Look at your point of contact. Super out in front. Oops. Super out in front. Or oppose, the other side of that is if you just hit one on a transfer, you'd hit it here. If you hit one on these transfer steps, you'd be hitting it here, and you would end up over here, and you're going to see that every time. You'll see how far you went forward on that shot. So we're going to go ahead and reverse it again. And it's really cool the way you hit this. So look, now you're loading. Could be a second serve. It could be a rally ball where you've been in neutral rally, and all of a sudden now you decide to step it up and take it. Andre and I, Agassi and I talked about just step it up and just surprise them with a penetration shot. You don't necessarily have to come into the net, or you can. Now, of course, I think all of us talked earlier in our workout that you're trying to maybe get more forward. So the two things I'd work on is this forward movement a lot, and really start working on your volleys and swinging ground strokes and taking volleys out of the air. When you guys come back into town in a few months, I could probably help you more with that transition shot to volley. But right now, this is a start. This will get you, I think, doing 25% better things in your matches. Like I said, it's a glass of milk. We just added chocolate to it. Let's just put some chocolate and get some flavor into your arsenal, okay? So I hope that helps you with it. But you can see really smooth and effortless on that. And now what I think I'm going to do is just let you look and see how smooth it is.
Love it. 10, 15 minutes a day.
Anyways, I enjoyed working with you. You've worked hard, just like Mav. Keep up the good work. Gosh, it's been so many years, and I see so much growth. I'm really proud of you guys, proud of you. You've worked hard. Thanks for being open and working with me and adding something to your game. But I really believe this is going to help you really start moving forward more and doing something different. Don't be like all those other opponents. But all the best. Keep in touch with your team and I, and love to help more in the future. But transfer steps are game changers. Good luck, Karma.